All right, boys and girls, today we're going to smoke a brisket. This is not an easy task to do. It's something that you're going to want to pay close attention to because I've been doing this for years and years and years and years, and I don't always get it right. Come close, but don't always just hit it right on the head. So, this is a brisket. It's not a very big one because I don't have a whole lot of people coming over to eat it today. But as you can see here, nice big fat on one side. Not so lean, but you know, no big clumps of fat on the other side. The way you smoke a brisket is, this is the top. You want this to be the top because all that fat's going to render down through the meat and make it really nice and tasty and juicy. But we're going to make a rub for this whole thing. Put it all around it. We're going to put it in a pan, stick it out on a grill, and smoke it up. So give me just a minute and we'll be back and we'll start the rub for that bad boy. It's time to make the rub. Bowl. These are in no particular order, it's just what I'm grabbing them in. There's some cumin seed, ground. Some ground red chipotle. Ooh, this is some really good ancho chili powder. Instead of just regular salt, I'm going to be using Penzeys 4S salt. It's pretty good. So it's very good. This is some smoked Spanish paprika. This is just some regular chili powder. Garlic, onion powder, cayenne pepper. Now to put these all together, I have quite a few different ways that I do it. We're not going to measure them out today. We're just going to go with what looks good. So, there's a lot of recipes out there for rubs. What I suggest you do is go out to your favorite spice place. I get all mine from Penzeys. Go to the grocery store, it's more expensive, so Penzeys is a really good way to do it. There's a ton of them online. Go to whoever you like. But I would suggest when you're starting and you're trying to figure out what rub you want, buy the bag. You're going to get a lot more for a lot less money. And as you go through it, you know, it's going to make it more economical to figure out what you like. So we're going to get going here. Okay, I'm going to start with just regular chili powder. That looks like a couple of tablespoons. This is some ancho chili pepper. It's ground. It's really has a nice flavor to it. Do about a teaspoon of that. Smoked Spanish paprika. Even though we're smoking this meat, this brings a good flavor to the game. Even more smoke. About a teaspoon there. Chipotle peppers. Oh man, that's got such a great smell. I like that a lot, so I put about 2 teaspoons in there. Cumin seed, ground. I mean, you can put this stuff on eggs, it's so good. It's got that nice woodsy, smoky flavor to it. Granulated onion, not a whole lot, maybe half a teaspoon or so. For the competition ones, I have a very strict one that I follow, but just a touch of garlic, maybe a quarter of a teaspoon. because you got to have a little bit of heat. A couple pinches of red pepper. But as we baste this, a lot of people like to use apple juice, and so do I. It makes great. I mean, you can do your brisket and just soak it in it overnight, brine it in it. A little bit of regular apple juice, some apple cider vinegar, salt, sugar. Just let it soak in it overnight. Gives you a really good apple. Just keeps it really nice and moist. But today, to offset some of this heat, going to be basting it with mango juice today. This is just straight old mango nectar. I'm going to thin this down with some water because, and a little bit of vinegar, because it's just, it would burn just like it is because it's too sweet. Just like putting on your barbecue sauce too early. Even though you're smoking it, it's just going to burn up. And for the salt component here, like I said, we're using Penzeys 4S salt. And I'll tell you what's in there in just a minute, or you can go online. It's got a nice smell to it too. It's got coarse sea salt, sugar, special extra bold black pepper, paprika, onion, turmeric, garlic, and some other spices. One more thing I'm going to throw in here. Just a little bit of dried oregano. I know that sounds odd, but it's really good. It brings out an interesting flavor. And you'd actually miss it if you didn't have it in there. Or I do anyways. Okay. This is pretty easy part. You want to put about half on this side. And leave half for the other side. And it's a rub, right? So you want to get it into your meat nice and good. And it's just as important to get all this nice and fat. You would think that it's not going to go through the fat, right? Well, it's going to mix with that fat in there. It's going to slowly drip down through your whole brisket as it's cooking. And then to help this stay on here, I like to just get a little bit of oil.